Hi friends, welcome you all. Good morning. Today I am going to explain you the features of Indian agriculture. We are going to start the second chapter. The first content is features of Indian agriculture. Before that, till the date we have discussed in the first chapter the basic features of Indian economy, then the challenges before Indian economy, the concept of FDI, the sources of FDI, the sectoral performance of different sectoral growth and sectoral performance of Indian economy. All things we have discussed in the previous few lectures. Today I'm going to start the second chapter, that is the first content of second chapter, that is the features of Indian agriculture. This chapter, this unit is fully devoted to agricultural development or agricultural sector, the recent trends in agricultural sectors. So the let us discuss first the features of Indian agriculture, and in the next content we are going to discuss the reasons for agricultural distress in India. Uh, so in that we are totally and deeply going into the first sector, that is primary sector, and we are going to analyze the primary sectors of Indian economy. So let us discuss the features of Indian agriculture. The first feature, here are some features I have mentioned. First feature is subsistence agriculture. Subsistence agriculture means the just Indian people get the livelihood from this agricultural sector. Most part of India have subsistence agriculture. The farmers own a small piece of land and grow crops with the help of his family members only, and consumes almost the entire farm produce, that is called subsistence, with little surplus to sell in the market. So surplus is not remain, and very little surplus is available with agriculture, and most of the agricultural production consumed by family itself. So it is called subsistence agriculture sector. This type of agriculture has been practiced in India for the last several hundreds of years and still prevails in spite of the large scale changes in agricultural practices after independence, and agricultural various scheme implemented to develop agricultural sector. Still the surplus production not very much, it is very little, and all the production produced in the agriculture consumed by family itself. So it is a subsistence agricultural sector. Second characteristics or feature, we can say pressure of population on agricultural sector. So the population in India is increasing at a rapid pace and exerts heavy pressure on agriculture. So agriculture has to provide employment to a large section of workforce and has to feed the millions of people. While looking into the present need of food grains, we require an additional 12 to 15 million hectares of land uh, fulfill with the increasing demand of rising food and other items. So uh, near about one fourth of Indian population lived in urban areas, according to 2011 population census, and others are living in the rural area. So the most of the workforce is dependent on agriculture in a rural area. So there is a pressure of population on agriculture. Dependence on agriculture is very much, but we have analyzed the contribution of agricultural sector is very less in the Indian GDP. third characteristic or feature is the importance of animals. So animal force has always played a significant role in agricultural operation. For example, ploughing, irrigation, threshing, and transporting the agricultural products. So the complete mechanization of Indian agriculture is still a distance goal, or it is far away, and animals will continue to dominate the agricultural scene in India for several years to come. So importance of animals are very much in Indian agriculture. Totally mechanization has not happened in Indian agricultural sector. Fourth characteristic is or feature is dependent dependent upon monsoon. So Indian agriculture is mainly dependent upon monsoon, which is uncertain. Sometimes the rain is very much, and sometimes there is the lack of rain, and it is uncertain, unreliable, and irregular. So in spite of the large scale expansion of irrigation facilities since independence, only one third of the cropped area is provided by perennial irrigation, and the remaining two-third of the cropped area has to bear the burnt of the vagaries of the monsoon. So monsoon is uncertain, unreliable, and irregular. So Indian agriculture around only two-third uh, only one third of cropped area is under irrigation, and two-third of the area is depend on the monsoon. So Indian agriculture is very much dependent on monsoon. It is a main feature of Indian agricultural sector. Fifth characteristic, we can say variety of crops. India is a vast country with varied types of relief, climate, and soil conditions. So therefore, there is a large variety of crops grown in India. Both the tropical and temperature crops are successfully grown in India. Very few countries in the world have such a variety of crops comparable to that produced in India. So compared to other world, India have vast variety of crops. So this is the features of Indian agricultural sector. Sixth characteristics or feature of Indian agriculture is predominance of food crops. So since Indian agriculture has to feed a large population, production of food crops is the first priority of the farmers. Almost everywhere in the country, food crops are taken or grown. So more than two-thirds of the total cropped area is devoted to the cultivation of food crops. However, with the change in the cropping pattern, the relative share of food crops came down from 76.7% to the 58.8% recently. So still again there are predominance of food crops than commercial crops. So food crops are mainly consumed for by the population. Seventh characteristic is significant place to given fodder crops. Fodder crops means it is the food of animals. Fodder crops means food of animals. So although India has the largest population of livestock in the world, that is animal for milks, animal for agricultural works, the India needs the fodder crops. So fodder crops are given a very insignificant place in our cropping pattern. Only 4% of the reporting area is devoted to permanent pastures and other grazing lands. So this is due to pressing demand of land for food crops. The result is that the domestic animal are not properly fed, and their productivity is very low compared to international standards. So insignificant place is given for fodder crops. Only remaining parts of the crops are is the food of animals. So the properly fodder crops are not there to give the food for the livestock, that is animals. uh, Next characteristic is seasonal pattern. So here is, there are three seasonal patterns uh, in India, that is Kharif season, Rabi season and Zaid. So Kharif season starts with the starting of monsoon and continues till the beginning of winter. So major crops of this season are rice, maize, jawar, bajra, cotton, then groundnut and pulses such as mung, urad, etc. So these are the kharif crops. Haldi is there. So these are the main kharif crops. Rabi Rabi season start at the beginning of winter and continues till the end of winter or beginning of the summer. So the major crops of this season are wheat, barley, jawar, gram and oil seeds such as linseed, then mustard, etc. Then sunflower is there. So these are the Rabi season crops. Third season in India is Zaid. So Zaid is summer cropping season in which crops like rice, maize, groundnut, vegetable and fruits are grown. So now some variety of pulses have been involved which can be successfully grown in the summer also. So there are some varieties of pulses we can uh, grow in the summer season also. Next characteristics of Indian agriculture is source of livelihood. So agriculture is the main occupation. It provides employment to nearly 55 to 60 percent persons of total population. So it contributes in GDP only 14 to 15%. But the dependence for the livelihood is 55 to 60% of the total population. Next characteristics is labor intensive cultivation. So due to increase in the population, the pressure on land holding increased. So land holding get fragmented and subdivided and become uneconomical. So small pieces are divided because of the heavy pressure of population. So machinery and equipment cannot be used on such farms and not affordable. Capital is less and land holding is very small. So mechanization is not possible there, and very less mechanization happened in the Indian agriculture. So labor intensive cultivation is still there, means labor intensive technique of cultivations are exist in the Indian agricultural sector. Next characteristic is under employment. So due to inadequate irrigation facilities and uncertain rainfall, the production of agriculture is less. Farmers find work a few months in the year, so their capacity of work cannot be properly utilized. In agricultural, there is underemployment as well as disguised unemployment. Means the worker or labor, we can see it is working on the farm, but it cannot contribute in production, total production. So it is called disguised unemployment. So it we can see it, he or she is working but not contributing to the productivity of land. So sorry, productivity of the total agricultural production. Next characteristics is small size of holding. So we can see here, due to large scale subdivided and fragmented of holdings, land holding size is quite small. So average size of land holding was 2.3 hectares in India, while in Australia it was around 158 hectares per person. So can you imagine 2.3 hectares land holding in India only, and 158 hectares in Australia? So you can imagine the how small size of holding uh, is there in Indian agricultural sector. So the national average size of the land holding is only 1.7 hectares. So it is uneconomical to cultivate small farms, and thus is a great uh, hindrance to the progress of agricultural sector. So most of the farmers in our country are not owner of the land they cultivate. So owner are different and workers are cultivator is different. So it affects the productivity of land. Next characteristic is traditional methods of production and technological backwardness. Technology used in Indian agriculture is very backward, and mechanization is not happened due to capital lack of capital, then small holding of size, land size. So these are the some point which are kept the Indian agriculture in traditional method. So in India, methods of production of agriculture along with equipment are traditional. So it is due to poverty and illiteracy of people. Traditional technology is the main cause of low production in Indian agricultural sector. Next characteristic is low agricultural production and productivity also. So agricultural production is low in India. India produces, for example, 27 quintals wheat per hectare, and France produces 71.2 quintals per hectares. Can you imagine? And Britain produces 80 quintal per hectares. Compared to 27 quintal per hectare wheat in India, uh, Britain produces 80 quintals per hectare. So average annual productivity of an Indian agricultural labor is $162 in India, while $973 in Norway, and $2,408 in USA. So agricultural laborer productivity is also very high compared to India in Norway and USA and other advanced developed countries. So this is the how the this shows the picture of Indian agricultural sector. Next is low productivity of land and in general also. So agricultural productivity is measured as the ratio of agricultural outputs to the agricultural inputs. So it is the productivity measured, how much output uh, provided in the agricultural sector, and how much is output is there. So in India, agricultural productivity is much lower than many developing countries. So because of the above all the reasons. Next characteristic is uneven distribution of land. So land distribution in India is very much more unequal than other countries in the world. So the Gini coefficient of inequality of land distribution. So it is the coefficient, or it is the parameters where we can measure the inequality. So the Gini coefficient of inequality of land distribution in rural area was 0.62 in 62 in around 2002. The corresponding figure in China was 0.49 in the same year. This is partly because India has a much larger landless populations. So centralization of land ownership in India is experienced. So most of the population don't have the piece of even piece of land even. So there is much larger landless population in India. So the Gini coefficient small figure shows the equality and large figure shows the inequality. So land distribution is very uneven, or it is not equally distributed in India. Next is fragmentation of holding. So because of heavy population pressure and rapidly increasing population, there is continuously fragmentation of land holding in India. So traditionally, the one person, if one person have two children, then if he have 5 hectares of land, then obviously 2.5 land uh, can be fragmented. Next is existence of small and marginal farmers. So small and marginal farmers are there, existed in the Indian agricultural sector. Very small landless laborers are there, marginal farmers are there, very small piece of land they are cultivating. So it is the characteristic of Indian agricultural sector. Next is regional variation. So regionally, there is the variation in the agricultural sector. Different according to different region, crops are different there, land cultivation methods are different there, then variety of cropping pattern is different, then cultivation methods are different, and so many things are vary according to the regions. Next is increasing of disguised unemployment. So disguised unemployment is continuously increasing in Indian agricultural sector uh, because of the heavy population pressure on agricultural sector. Next we can say disorder in marketing of agricultural product. There is not a proper marketing system for agricultural production. Then weak land reformation is there. Land reformation is not properly taken place in Indian agricultural sector. So there are many land reforms can be happen in Indian agriculture due to lack of capital, lack of mechanization. The agricultural land is not properly reformed in India. Next characteristics, we can say that inadequate and lack of infrastructural development. So India has inadequate and poor quality of infrastructure in agricultural and rural economy. So due to many reasons, it affects badly agricultural development. So inadequate and lack of infrastructure development is the main hindrance or main things which badly affecting agricultural development. We can say lower investment in agriculture. Again, India has very lower public investment in agricultural sector as well as in private sector. So due to many reasons or consequences, backwardness of the sector is there. So Indian agriculture is backward, not very much developed due to these above characteristic and features of Indian agricultural sector. So friends, that much in this today's lecture, that much features are sufficient to discuss here. I think this is sufficient for today's lecture. Thank you. See you in the next lecture. Write your name and roll number in the comment box. If you have any question, then please mail me, let me know. I will try to answer your questions. Read more and more. Thank you. See you in the next lecture.